Justin Nozuka here at his show at the 9:30 Club. Hey Justin, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay, so the first question I have for you is, you went to a performing arts school, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I go to a performing arts school here in DC.
Cool.
So what was that experience like for you? And how did that help you express yourself?
Well, I think every art school is different. Mm-hmm. But I think for the most part, there's kind of just an artistic atmosphere. A lot of musicians, people that want to express through music, express their emotions through artwork. Mm-hmm. I think when you get in touch with people like that, they're a little more in tune to their emotions, and I think that's what the atmosphere is about.
So what was your major? I'm a theater major. Okay, so you were on Degrassi for like a short time. Yeah. So is acting something that you would want to do in the future?
Well, it just has to depend. Right? I'm open-minded to anything. Life is full of wonderful things, and I'd love to indulge in all types of things. But it just depends on the project and how a balance.
So I watched the video Heartless, and you said that you got the idea from Lovely Bones, right?
Kind of.
So what about that movie, made you want to do that? And do you get ideas from movies usually?
Not all the time. Not just movies. All types of things, songs. People that meet, experiences I have, relationships I have.
Okay. So you worked with Bill Bell on your first album and this album. So you must feel really comfortable working with him.
Yes, it's really nice. Bill is a really open-minded, great spirit. He's really comfortable with people around. And he's a nice guy. Really nice. So it is nice.
So you said that as Stevie Wonder is someone that you look up to, right? Okay. He did a benefit concert for my school. So what about him?
He came to your school?
Yeah, he did. And Shukar got to meet with him and sing with him. It was really cool. So what about him do you like?
Well, just his everything. His him. Who he is very inspiring. Because I get the feeling that he is expressing his soul through his movements and through his music, through his songwriting. So everything. I just think he's wonderful, and I think it's very obvious to see that there's such a wonderful spirit. We all are wonderful spirits, but he is one that has expressed it, and that's wonderful. It's something I admire.
Okay. So you played David Letterman. How was that experience? Were you excited before you got on stage and you heard about it?
David Letterman was really I would say my experience with him was shocking. Very shocking. It was a big shock and a big experience. Just like the whole thing. I remember watching it at home on TV and being like, oh my gosh, feeling really weird about it. But the next day, NDRB tweeted about it and said, I love this guy, and so now we're doing songs together, we've been partners together. And so that cheered me up, because I was feeling kind of heavy with that whole experience and watching it on TV.
Yeah.
And then the artist said she loved it, and that really cheered me up. And we did partners together. Now she's singing on Love This, and we're going to do a music video for that on the 23rd.
So what advice do you have for a young artist like you?
Well, I would say live outside of the box. So, the way your parents did it, or the way your teachers did it, it's not necessarily the only way. There's multiple ways of doing things. I think the social network is a good example of somebody who is living outside of the box and comes up with something because he's outside of the box that is so creative and so spot on with our times that it just well. But I think human beings, we have an intuitive nature that knows what our time needs, and we have all of it at our fingertips. We have everything at our fingertips. So take advantage of these times to do your thing, to expression. I was going to say, it's wonderful this day and age that your blog is about recent times and how artists can make it in recent times.
Yeah.
And I think it's so wonderful that you can create music so cheaply these days. You get, like, music is like people download music for free online.
Yeah.
But you can actually do that with recording software. You can get a camera, you can introduce on your own, have your own blog, set up an establishment on your own. It's so much easier now. So it's so talented people.
Yeah.
I think it's really exciting. Yeah.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I have no idea. But I would imagine that I would be making a lot of music. I would imagine that I would be playing some percussion. I would imagine that I'd be playing a lot more guitar. I also imagine that I would be recording an album with others. I also think I would probably. Let's put this better.
Okay, so you went on tour with Ride Coming and Alex Cuba. How was that experience being on the road for so long?
Very, very interesting. That tour was the beginning of the big tour. So we did an American tour. We went across Canada, came back to the States, and then went to Europe. We did 2 days off. Went to Europe. We did a month in Europe. And then went to Africa. And did some work in Africa. Did some music with some great connections in Africa. And then I went to Australia. And it was like really amazing. When I look back at the pictures of what we spent to get all that happened. A lot of traveling. And so, that was kind of like the peak of my fatigue. And then I got home, as soon as I landed, huge smile on my face. I just felt home right away. And I couldn't believe I was back home. I had no obligations. And it was really wonderful.
So describe yourself the way you want your fans to like remember you.
Well, I try not to think about that kind of thing. Because ultimately I think that results in more people. I don't want to do that stuff. I just want to be myself. I want to become together. I want to express. And that's basically it.
So it had a lot of success and you've been nominated for a Juno Award. So how was that?
Well, it's really wonderful to be acknowledged by Junos. That's to be acknowledged by the industry. So even that alone has really, it's really special. And then on top of it, the category that I'm in is really special as well. Alternative adult album, and so that's really wonderful. It's really special because I'm with Neil Young in the category. I'm with Sarah Harper, and I'm with Black Dove. And I would say those artists are really beautiful.
Thank you, Justin, so much for the interview, and thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.
Not to leave, I said I never dis